I think Dewalt is on another league.
What's his best matchup, if there is one?
Dewalt.
PVT?
I don't know about the Walt's matches to be honest, but I seen him playing PvT and he's a macro god. The only one who I saw him losing to is to Scan. And another Korean pro gamers. I think he has been. I saw on Africa he was training along Korean pro gamers such as Hia and who was that guy? Piano, organ or piano, whatever.
I know none.
Okay, well they are A rank Korean players, like very good, even better than Scan, for example.
Ooh.
So they smashed Dewalt, but Dewalt gave a hell of a fight. They were surprised about his macro, about how he sent units non-stop. So
And would he gain anything from playing players who are that good,
yeah,
or
always,
no?
always.
Because there's some complaints about playing against some of the Koreans on Seoul. I've read some of the comments in TL, and some people say, "Look, it's not fair. We don't learn anything by playing them."
Well, it depends. If you're really looking to earn money and you really like have to earn like $5 because you live in Argentina, and if not you will not leave. Okay, you won't eat. I think it's okay, but it depends on how you think about it. For
I
me,
agree with you personally. I think
for
whoever you
me,
play, however good they
for
are, you
me,
can gain.
when you are at Bonnie's level, at True Touch level, at Dewalt level, you need to always find someone who's better than you. There's no
Right.
point on the wall like practicing with me, for example, because
And no matter how good that person is, it's always good. Like if
yeah,
DeVault was to play
yeah.
Flash,
If
he's gonna get something out of
Well,
it.
back in the day when I was like really, really, really noob and nobody knows me, the best player from my country worked at a cyber cafe. You know,
This is before you won the WCG, right?
exactly. I was like a very new player, and he was the undisputed champion of Argentina. He was the best player, a Terran player, and I played Protoss back then.
No
Yeah,
fucking way.
yeah. I was a very good Protoss player.
What happened to you, man?
I man up. So in that era, he would like I will go to. I was a teenager, right? I was a kid, and I went as we became friends. So I went to the cyber cafe where he stayed to make him company, and we played like all night StarCraft. And he would play non-stop versus me, and he would bash me like 20-0 in one night, and I will keep on playing. Even though it was pointless, he would always give one or two tips, and then I soon registered. And after that experience of days and days, him like kicking the hell out of me, like 20-0 every day. I soon after that I started playing really good at matchup. So my point being with this story
Right.
is that when you push yourself in playing with better players, even if you don't understand it, you are playing better because you are like ordering yourself in making less mistakes every time, and these players punish you in every way. So you learn to be careful. You learn about timings, and soon after that, I started like bashing Koreans PvT. It became my best matchup, and I think it still is. I think I have a really strong
You
PvT.
fell down since you started playing Terran, in my opinion.
I
You
still
could
can
have been great.
I still can play a really good PvT, even though I don't play Protoss anymore.
Never thought I would hear you say that.
Well,
All
it's
PvP, even when P loses, is a good PvT.
yeah, it's for me. It's fun to play as Protoss because it's easy.
Oh, come on, man.
So so getting back to the point, I believe that it depends. If you play for money, maybe you don't want to play a super good player because you know it's a scam because he always will win. But if you are looking for to improve your game, I think it's mandatory that you play a better player.
I
You
like
can
to quote
you
Alm,
yeah
who said, "I want to play somebody who has a job."
yeah
Well,
exactly.
one of the greatest quotes I've ever heard.
Well, it depends on your. I could understand if you are from South America because you know $1 in South America is worth like in some countries like 150 times more, like in Argentina, for example. So I will understand that money can make a difference, but
But
if you are like a top knock player like Dewalt or Bonnet or I don't know Oya, True Touch, Siki, Dandy. I believe that you always want to play versus the best, and you need to, in order to be the best, you have to always try to train with players that really demands you to play your best. So
right, and not always doing cheesy builds and things like that for a fast win. However, once in a while, switching things up and not playing standard is acceptable. Um, yeah, it depends on what your perspective is, what your goals are,
well,
what
I,
reputation you want to have.
well, some I know if I play Dewalt, it will be embarrassing because there's no way I can touch him. So maybe it's fun always for the match to see people that are equally leveled, right? So if you put a pro gamer versus someone who isn't that good, it isn't so fun because it isn't fun for neither of them, I believe, because nobody
Hmm.
likes to getting smashed by stream, and nobody likes having like a really easy win. So
Right, and those are about a quarter of our show matches, which
yeah,
were lopsided. But it was cool for some of them to have an opportunity to play
well,
somebody.
it depends. You should ask everyone what their goals are whenever they want to play a thing like this. Uh, for me, maybe it's different that for the world, for example.
That's a sexy Reaver.
Yeah, River now are pretty much standard if you know how to use them, but it will. Oh no, the world is very very good. So this timing push is kind of good because the world cannot attack with that River. So even though I think this will be get demolished uh, in a few minutes, um, I think it's a good
Mhm.
timing push, but you need to evolve to something else like +1, add more factories, or throw a third command center.
Oh no, the Reaver drop.
Yeah. So
Look where he drops it. Ouch.
yeah. So one. Oh my god. So yeah. So he has to do damage with these units, and so these tanks are trapped. He did like
Yeah,
a
this
two-way
one's
attack.
in. Oh, I missed.
What? Oh, he lost the river. And he isn't killing this Goliath that is 6 health. Oh my god. Oh my god. There, no. That Goliath had like four shots that didn't land. It's amazing how it lived. So the wall the wall has no, he doesn't have zealot speed. That's terrible. That's pretty. Oh, he's having multiple shuttles. Oh,
Reavers.
he can lose this. He can lose this. Oh, very bad, Dewalt. Very bad. No, why are you dropping his out to rivers?
You think that
So,
counter is not a good idea?
not right now, to be honest. He has a lot of tanks. How many are there? 7 tanks, that's a lot. Even though his economy is dead and he maybe cannot reinforce, I think he has to give up this base.
You talking about Terran?
Yeah, no, the Protoss. I think the wall has to give up this base.
I don't think Kare has anything to defend against this.
Yeah, that's why he's pulling back with some units, but oh,
Oh, there goes one Reaver.
so now
25
is,
to CD, 50 probes.
yeah, he has to break the push now that there's no units. Okay, so the wall was very patient. Okay, now Kare is in a very bad spot. All his push is demolished. He has no echo, only 3 factories. And the wall has like 6 gates, 2 nexus. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The wall is in a very good spot. He was very patient. Well, this is experience. Very well played by him. GG.
The counter.
I don't believe that River. He was. Terran was allowed to push because he made 2 nexuses and a river. If he didn't make a river, he would have more units to avoid getting like pushed like that. So
A-Bug might join us to cast. He's also featured in a show match later today, a
okay.
2v1,
Oh, 2v1. I know.
which you're not going
I
to be
think
able
a
to
guy
find.
from Argentina played 2v1 versus a scan.
It is a friend of Jangi's, Bad
Yeah,
You Late.
Badulake, yes.
I accidentally sent him and whoever he won with more prize money than I should have.
Oh,
But
really?
they were very grateful for it. Yeah, those 2v1s are not cheap. All
Well,
right, let's do this on
he
Circuit Breaker.
he's a really good friend. So
Oh, he's a very nice guy. And yeah, we do wacky stuff like 2v1s and free for alls.
okay, so
Hey, A-Bug.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
welcome, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, it's a past invite, so everyone's
Doing
welcome.
good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I am from California,
California.
as of
Nice.
about a year.
Nice.
Well,
I caught you in the middle of your last conversation, but you said you're from Argentina? Or...
yes, I am. Yes, I am,
Cool.
sir. Really down, really deep south, the
Mm-hmm.
continent.
Yeah, I have a few friends that went to school that's there in on the, one of the plateaus. The school is called River of the Rio de la Plata or something
Rio de la
like
Plata,
that.
yeah. Rio de la Plata is a river between Uruguay and Argentina. So
Okay.
many things are called like that here.
A lake that's called lake kind of thing.
Yeah, Rio is a river.
Mm.
So here it's a very famous one. So everything is named after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cliche.
Aliens must think we're very brilliant when they see the humans. They call the rivers river.
Well, there's also, you want to laugh, there's also a very well-known soccer team in Argentina that is called River Plate. It's like top
River
2.
Plate.
Yeah, River Plate, like. So yeah.
Huh.
There's and is I believe top 2 in Argentina, and one of the most important soccer teams in the world. So,
If I wear one of their shirts in the wrong neighborhood, will I
well,
die?
well, the, that
But
story I
seriously,
told, yeah, that story I told you about, one guy from Boca, that is the rival team from River Plate, wear a Boca jersey on River's neighborhood, and they almost
oh no.
kicked her ass. The police had to came to escort the guy to
And then
avoid
the
getting
police
killed.
kicked his ass because he's from
Even the police told him that he must take that jersey out. So off, sorry. So go imagine. It's common knowledge here. You cannot wear.
football.
Yeah, football here is called, well, here we call it football, but it's soccer, I believe, in
Is it
North
like that
America.
in Brazil too, where people get pretty? I mean, it's not too different from Europe and some places,
Well,
right? When it comes
I
to
believe when
rugby or
well, I've been to Rio de Janeiro like 15 times, and I never had a problem. But
really.
yeah, but you don't have to curse. People in Brazil are different. They are very passionate about football, so you have to be careful. But as long as you don't curse, and everyone can tell that you are not Brazilian. Brazil culture is is different from Argentina, and the people is different as well. So it's easier to tell that you are not a Brazilian. Argentina has a lot of people of Europe, like they there was a time that a lot of people from Europe came to Argentina to live.
Right.
So there's a lot of people that could that fill in that, I don't know. You could get mistaken and call someone a foreign when he's in Argentinian.
Mm.
So we have a really mix of cultures in here. Okay, so
Well, we have a mix of races here, and both players are from Europe, right?
sorry,
Walt is from. Both players are from Europe. Dewalt's from Siberia, Russia,
Siberia,
and Kare
you,
is from.
Norway,
Is he from Norway?
yeah, Norway, yes. Yes,
Cool.
he qualified for BSL, but sadly he didn't. I think he didn't pass to the next round.
So many good
Uh,
players from Norway, or I'm sorry, the Nordic countries.
Yes, another country.
Sweden,
Yeah, from
Norway.
Norway, there's Madinha, there's Ligudron, and Oystein. That I think it's inactive.
There's nobody from Finland, right?
Argnion, aka Mad Claw, was very
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
And there was back in the day a player named TOT Ovi that
Remember
was
him.
really good as well. And I think I'm forgetting someone from Finland, but now I think I don't.
Denmark. Was there anybody?
Yes, Denmark, there was Terran players, Tot Ark, like ARCH, was an excellent
Hmm.
TOT player, and Denmark. I have to make memory. I remember him, but there's always 2 or 3 great players per country.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I have a
remember.
nice Brood War history, right?
Yeah, I have to like open Wikipedia or something like that to really remember
Fascinating.
when.
And they're usually very good manner. Um, people from that region in general.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're really polite. Oh, fast Stargate, like a two. Okay, this is really odd. This is a strategy that I will call for Ghost to Dark, but two base arbiter. I don't believe that it's so. I think it's quite risky, to be honest.
Hey,
So
Bug, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, being a Zerg player, I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, but do you think that he is probably going to try and center his strategy around a recall play? Sort of a
yeah, yeah,
hard, not really an all in, but if it doesn't work, he's in a bad position.
Well, normally a recall will come after the 14th minute, so when they do a 2 base, they can land a recall at the 11th, 12th minute. So maybe he's hoping that Kare will do like a 3 base build order in this map, which is pretty normal because you have all the bases really close together. So that will give Dewalt some time to prepare his recalls, and even he's expanding behind it. So this is kind of odd.
It seems like a strange strategy to go Arbiter on this map though, because if you look at the entrances to the bases, there's not a whole lot of airspace, especially since the third here is just naturally in the dead zone next to the main. I mean, I don't know if you can really sneak an Arbiter in that easily.
Well, as Protoss, you have two chances to win a late game: Arbiters or Carrier. If you don't, you have to make one of those. So I think he prefers doing like some harass with Arbiters first, at least. Okay, this is very bad for Kare.
Yeah.
This is really bad for Kare, to be honest. He's losing tanks, which are expensive and very hard to build again. Okay, but micro for the Dewalt.
I mean, he's got him zoned out. He's gonna take some economic damage before Kare, I think you said, can really move into position. And he sacked all of his vultures, so he doesn't have any way of really stabilizing. Yeah.
He's sending DTs. That's really good.
I mean, I don't know about you, but it looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'll clean this up, but he's gonna take so much damage, he's not gonna come back.
He has 3 scans. Oh, this tank. No, this tank. No, he lost DT. Okay, that's very good, bad. Well, he lost all his units. That's very bad, but he really did a lot of damage. But
he's got a good number of tanks.
Yeah,
I don't see a whole lot of units from Dewalt, but his economy is looking good. He teched up. He's upgrading.
Yeah, he took a third behind it too.
And he will take a fourth now. Yep.
Looks like first Arbiter's out.
But no, I didn't catch up if he made like a recall or stasis. Yet I don't see any. Oh, here, recall.
Upgrading it now.
So this will take 1 or 2 minutes. So maybe he will recall at the 12th minute, like I mentioned previously. So yes, this recall could be lethal, I believe, because all Kare's units are out. He's like turtling very much, and you have to have like 4 turrets to stop an arbiter. So he really has to fill all his main with turrets. Or I don't think he will have a vessel in time with EMP just to stop this. So the only way of dealing with it will be with turrets in time. He's even making cannons on each expansion. Well, the Dewalt is really a machine. He looks like a machine. He's really like tidy. He has everything built in the correct position. He has a cannon in each base, even 2 cannons. He has tech, he has macro, he has the gates. Yes, this is unfair. Can I mute and cry, Ox?
This is Ire, man.
I mean, if you look at the entrance to his natural, he's only covering it with maybe 3 tanks. 3 tanks fire, so he could.
No, he will come. He will come with a recall on the bottom, and there's only 2 turrets. This will not stop the arbiter in time. So he's building 2 more, but there won't be in time. If he sent it now, maybe.
Well, if he moves fast, I don't know. Those turrets are going to be up.
Okay, he didn't. Okay, so okay, these turrets will stop the recall. They were just in
Wow.
time. Okay, that's timing. Nope, nope. You will die. You will die. Okay.
Good
Good.
fallback then.
Yeah. So yeah, the natural expansion is also well defended with 4 turrets, and I think there's turrets everywhere. It's like a turret defense map. Okay, so Kare wants to play a long game.
Looking at his base, he's got a large group of zealots all masked up, so it looks like he looks like he wants to bring in mostly zealots, which I think you primarily want zealots when you recall, right? Because they are more space efficient. But I'm not an expert.
Oh, how did that enter?
Yeah, I missed that too. How it got.
Okay.
I think it came through that open space between the
in the center.
third and the natural. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
This will be cleaned up.
Yeah. I mean, I think as Protoss, you want to wait till the Terran army's on the map before you recall, right?
Yeah. When you're maxed out, you can recall either way, or you can keep. I think it's more annoying as Terran if you take like the other mains and you start building like cannons and gateways in each base. I think that's more annoying.
Here we see the amazing 10 damage Arbiter.
Yeah, if you
how long it will take to destroy the armory?
I think those 2 Marines will kill them.
Does an Arbiter one-on-one beat anything in the game? Like, does a Marine beat an Arbiter?
No, a Marine not, but
oh, it has 1 armor. That's why a little hard to kill.
Yeah,
true.
One of the greatest units in the game.
Yeah, along with the Defiler.
Yeah.
I hate Defilers with all my life.
I mean, I do too. I love the unit in concept, but it's hard to control.
Stacy's on the vessel, and okay, so Dewalt has the tech, has the economy, has the gates, has the upgrades, the tech, blah blah blah. But
he can't take this army down though,
yeah,
right?
That's the problem.
I mean, if I was in his position, I'd be very greedy and just expand everywhere because it's going to take a while for Terran to.
Yeah, I would take both mains.
But that's not going to help me defeat a maxed out Terran army, right? With upgrades.
Well, you need, I think, like 4 arbiters to start like stasis everything. So you need like 2 stargates, not just 1.
I see he's making Templars and Storm now.
Yeah, Storm avoids the like upgrades. So if he pulls, oh, no, a recall. Oh, a recall.
Nice. I didn't see that coming.
No.
Yeah.
He still got pulled back
away.
I was wondering why he didn't like stasis anything, and I say, oh, there's a recall.
I mean, looking at upgrades, I mean, I guess Protoss usually only takes attack upgrades first, but Terran's already got the level 2 attack.
That's another problem.
So he's 2-1 upgrades on Terran. So I feel like he can just kind of walk across the map and take out any base he wants.
He's macroing beautifully though, Dewalt. Doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Has a lot of minerals, but he's got a lot of gates.
But I wonder how many bases can he take out before he dies.
15 gates.
Whew. I mean, it seems like Kare's got like he has a giant hammer. He can smash anything he goes to. The problem is
a lot of Protosses have a difficult time taking out an army like that when it's sieged and there's mines. It seems like you don't need all the tricks in your bag.
Well, the trick is that you don't need it to kill it like all at once. You have to like slowly start to reduce the number of units, like throwing a storm, a recall, attacking in another location to make him come back.
And then all your units have disappeared already.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking,
Look at
And,
this.
and you have to keep remaxing and making him waste units because Terran will not remax as fast as you. So,
I don't think this looks good for Dewalt. These are nice statuses.
well, yes, they're very good stasis. He keeps.
Um,
Oh,
ooh, the storm's nice though.
he's gonna
Oh,
lose all of his tank count there.
ooh, that's
I don't.
nasty.
So this is.
Dewalt's hitting the base at 9 o'clock too. Like he's just all over the map, pulling them apart too.
Yeah, he just lost about 12, 13 tanks there.
Now Dewalt's pulling back from the tank count though. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like that he's a little back. I think he has to stand on top of the tanks, right?
He had enough energy for status. I think that really saved him there. Getting hit
Tanks
by
just
those 12 siege tanks.
So let's see. He has 2 tanks with machine shop, so it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I think Kare is dead. Losing that army for Terran.
We can't count him out though, eh? Because he seems to not die very easily and comes back.
No, but there's no 3-2. He didn't never research 3-2, and the wall has more expansion, more gates, and I don't know.
And is maxed out.
Yeah, and he will be maxing out like very easily. I really feel like Kare is in a very bad spot right now.
Dewalt's not letting him gather a bigger army. He's just gonna.
He has to trade. He has to trade his salads until everything is dead.
We'll say though, Kare's got some very good vulture control.
Thank God for status.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of god will allow a spell like stasis.
Recall and status.
A very evil god. Okay, so I think everyone knows how this is going to end.
I mean, he has the 3rd mined up, so I don't even think this wave of units is going to take it out, but he's trading, like you said, and I think Protoss is okay with trading, because if he's taking out the tanks, right?
Well, at this point, he had trade like 4 units for 1, and he would still won.
Yeah.
There's no tank count.
Oh, it stays there.
That saves the base though, because he can't walk his units down there.
Yeah.
The BM stasis.
Oh, hero turrets.
The original 4 Marines fighting away in the bunker. Actually, 1 Marine, sorry.
So he only built like 1 target. That's pretty funny. And he has like tons of gateways.
Yeah. I think this is a crippling blow here.
A lot of turns to the left already.
I mean, when he unfreezes, there's still a lot of vultures, but
Early on, I think Kare did a pretty good job coming back.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Unfortunately, those statuses just
Good game, good game.
got like 12 of his tanks. Some vultures.
Yeah, I felt like he had a chance
more.
there to really take out a base, and he turned his whole army around because of. I mean, I know you have to defend against those I think what was it,
They're
5
clumped up a little bit too
dragons? But
much. Some Terrans are really good at separating their tanks fast and sieging them because that's time consuming, putting them all in the
yeah,
perfect position.
was that a best of 3?
We do best of 5s for A and S rank show matches.
So 1 game left.
It is
No
2-0 for
spoilers.
Dewalt. This might be the finisher.
Nice. Poor Kare. Nothing personal.
I'll wait for A-Bug to come and then we can go.
Hey, bug.
Then this is Polypoid.
No, this is like Bombas. I don't know what it's called.
Is this a different map? I thought maybe they renamed it. Bombastoid?
Oh
No,
yeah.
this is a different map.
No, this is Polyboy.
Yeah, okay, the critters made me think it's a different map.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the ones in the middle.
okay, this could be our final game.
Yeah, how do you come back from 0-2? I would be pretty demoralized.
Yeah, all in.
2 barracks in the middle.
Yeah.
Dewalt sends his probe there. I cancel both GG and leave the game.
I will put like 1 bunker and 1 factory like hidden in the map, and I will go to like 2 factories all in.
I think you got a much better shot than somebody like me.
Nobody has a shot.
Don't count yourself out that easily. You're A rank, right? You've held A rank?
Yeah, hell.
We've had A rankers beat S rankers before.
I have. Yeah. I have beaten a couple, but
Might not mean you're better if you keep playing,
no.
but you know what? A best of 5, it's pretty tough to win. You know, it's not a best of 1, it's not a best of 3. You got to get 3
It's hard
wins.
work. And there's also
Right.
like different types of S rank players. So maybe we'll see a 15 command center. Yeah, for sure we'll see a 15 command center from Kare. Since
And what does
he,
that mean?
well, it's a more like optimized build order. But there's also a 12 Nexus from Dewalt. This could mean a macro game, but it depends. Usually,
Since they're on cross spawns, do you think that favors, if you don't consider the players, do you think that favors the Terran on this map?
well, Scan once told that 15 command center was, and even all Koreans think that 15 command center is the best build for Terran versus Protoss, because you can stop everything. It gives you good economy. But 12 Nexus, I think it's even better. So I don't know. It depends. It depends of how you play it. You won't win or lose because this build order. And personally, I rather have a 15 command center versus a 12 Nexus, because if you scout a 12 Nexus like late enough, like if you are cross spawn, you will be like you will fall behind very easily. So I think if you do like a very greedy 15 Nexus, I think you can be even with a 12 Nexus, in my opinion.
Shout out to Is This Discord who's joined the voice chat.
Okay, so second gate, maybe a robo right now. Will be
He tried the body block there.
yeah. Yeah, roll right now.
He's got 2 gates and he's got cyber core. What does that tell you?
It's a
Like,
pretty
doesn't look like
standard. The only downside of doing like 12 Nexus is that you will have your scouting information a little bit late than that you would like to. So you won't see in time if he does like a timing push, for example. So maybe you have to roll the dice a little bit. If you do like a Nexus, a gate Nexus Robo build order, you will have the observer at Terran base at the minute 6:30. Take a yes, around that time, and you can see easily if the Protoss, if the Terran, sorry, will do like a 2 base all in, or if you will try to play like a 3cc macro game. So the only disadvantage in this build order is that the observer will arrive like a little bit late. But it's fairly uncommon for a Terran to do like such a timing attack like that, like building 4 factories before the 6-minute mark. Is pretty much uncommon. So no armory for the Terran yet. So I don't really know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's floating a lot of minerals too. I don't know if he's trying to. Does he want a third next command center? I don't.
Yeah, well,
I don't think he would be getting one yet.
Well, he hasn't built a second gas, so he should have built his third command center. So, yeah, third command center on the way. I was right. So now he should put his gas and an armory. Yes, I'm so good with Theron. You see, Ox?
You got it.
So yeah,
We
he's
got
doing
shuttle on the way and shuttle
on a
speed.
river. Yeah, it's a river. River
So
drop.
shuttle speed, kind of the go-to strategy right now.
You have to, the problem with that being Protoss is that if you don't make a decent amount of damage with that river, you gave the Terran player a lot of advantage. If he decides to go 2 base 2-1 push, you will have a very hard time to beat his army, for example. If he tries to do like a 2 base all in and you fail to do any damage with that river, you will have a bad time as well. So the downside to that river is that you have to make damage and you need to know how to control it properly to make enough time, because you will have a deficit in your army count. So
Right.
if you have a really nice macro like Bonnet, like Dewalt, it's okay. I would recommend it 100%. But if you are like an F rank player and you don't know how to macro, or you don't feel comfortable using that unit, just don't. Just
Get
play.
the.
Yeah, just play standard and you will be okay.
Do you only get shuttle speed if you're getting Reaver, or you get that regardless? PvP.
I think it's logical to say that if you are going to make a shuttle speed, it makes sense that you make a river.
Sorry to cut on you there, but it looks like he doesn't have. He doesn't have siege tech yet. So I'm surprised he didn't stick around longer after seeing he doesn't have siege tech.
Well, the Terran gambled and tried to play this game like the world isn't going to make rivers. So his plan was to move through all the map and make a tons of damage with his like full vulture build order. So now that there's a river, I think he cannot move through the map like he wanted to. So now he's standing in a very defensive position. Oh, that shuttle. Oh, that shuttle. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay. So
Oh
this
no.
is so so this is half a GG. This is 1G for me. So if a Protoss will lose a shuttle like this with that much investment, you know that you can push like with 150 of 200 and win the battle, because now Toss is thinking that he has to max out, or if he touch, he will be late in teching, and he will also have a bad army. An only gateway army, it's really bad. So now I think Kare is in an excellent position to win the game, because he's almost +1 and he has like 8 factories. He can do a push like in 1-2 minutes, where he will be like 150 of 200 and he can win the game easily if he don't mess up with the micro. I think this game has to be for Kare. Storm is on his way. Dewalt realized that his arbiters won't be on time, so maybe he wants to help this push with shuttle speed and some Templars. But again, it all relies on the player's micro and control.
Yeah, he's making 3 High Templar right now, so he's.
Well,
That's
he needs AOE damage. That's for sure. If he doesn't have an arbiter to stasis the army, he needs something else or he will die. So another shuttle is coming in, but he will die if he doesn't control it properly. Well, that's a good
yeah.
That's a good drop.
Oh, he didn't pre-make the scarabs? Oh, he did. Okay.
So he's pushing 2 times in 2 spaces at one time. Oh, that shuttle. He
Oh,
lost
that's
it.
nice tank control too.
Yeah. So again, he lost all his units, and Kare can push out and win. To be honest.
Not looking
He's
good.
only gonna have like what, 4 storms maybe? One on
Well,
each Templar. This just came out.
Well, this all relies on Dewalt's micro and ability to handle this, but really Kare is in a very good position.
I don't think he even needs to siege.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
think
needs.
just literally
You
attack
always
move.
need. You always need to siege, but more if you have storms.
So many tanks clumped together. Good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that siege spread. But...
Oh.
He did much better than most Protosses, but said no more storm.
The +1 is really good. He has 1 Templar, but I don't know about his energy. And maybe a couple of TTs could be okay, but he has like 3 scam more.
Trying to buy some time.
Well, he should drop like probes between the tanks or something like that. But this is not looking good. As I said before, if you make like rivers and you suicide them like that, you get you get yourself in a very bad position.
This is still breakable.
Yeah, I'd like to see him spread out his tanks a little bit more than that, but
Quite a few vultures.
I don't believe so. I think he needs more storms, to be honest.
Oh, I meant Kare. Like, just spread them out just slightly more.
Oh!
So that doesn't happen.
The
Oh.
not going out. without a fight.
Well, the wall
I'm-
has yeah. The
I
wall
mean, here I am. I'm here, armchair, talking about what he should do. I know it's very hard to control that army, but
That's what casting's about, man.
yes.
All armchair. Nice split up his tanks.
Yeah, the way it is now, I think if he had done that to begin with, this might be over already.
He's sending a round of reinforcements.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
delay.
Kare's macro slips a lot in these engagements. Like, I don't know. Like, I saw vultures come in, but it seems like his tank count hasn't gotten refreshed at all.
Yeah, that would take a while, I think. But he's got 2 factories making tanks and 6 making vultures.
Nice storm.
but yeah.
Trapping Protoss inside his natural. Already took out 1 expansion.
I feel like I'm watching it's a sharp that likes to make those really early timing attacks.
Oh yeah, there's no way now. Goliath is here.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I mean, the fight it was giving was pretty impressive at first, but it doesn't look good right now.
No. 1-1 units.
He's holding on. Is he waiting for an arbiter, or what do you think? I know he hasn't GG'd yet.
No, he doesn't have an arbiter. It's GG.
Wow.
Well, he threw
All
the
right.
same.
We have a series.
You know, when people GG and leave right away, sort of a rhetorical GG, right? Because you don't wait for the other person to write GG.
I mean, I feel like when I watch like the ASL, or whatever, they're out within. If they delay a second, it's a long time.
The responding GG or the first initial?
The first GG, like they GG F10 E, they're out fast. But they're all friends with each other too, so you know, I don't know if these guys know each other.
Okay.
Hey, what's this?
Self-hit. This is self-hit. And this is our 4th game. Okay, so if Dewalt doesn't suicide his shadow or don't make rivers again, I think this will be pretty one-sided.
Yeah, this is a hard map for Terran, if I'm not mistaken, just because of the base layout. I think this one right here is not too bad, but I think the northern one's the hardest for Terran. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just shooting in the wind here.
I understand that this map is pretty balanced between pro gamers, but as an amateur player, it's difficult. This map for the recalls are to defend the bases and to handle things like arbiter or DT, since you cannot build in the middle. But taking that out of the way, I think it's a really good map. I like this map. It's like the only thing that is annoying about this map is that it's a little bit small, so rush distances are like very hard to handle. Like DT rush, if you make it really fast, it can arrive like in the 5th minute into your base, when normally it arrives like 5:30, 5:40. So that's a pretty big difference.
As a Zerg player, this is one of my favorite maps. We only make like 10 buildings anyway, so it's having a good Sim City isn't too much of a problem for us.
I like its simplicity.
Yeah. And it's got a good variety too. It's not like, just clunky super symmetrical map. It's got some, you can go macro, but you can also have some very sharp timing attacks as well.
Well, I believe it's made by a Korean. That's the name I think I looked up. And there were Korean characters next to it, but I am hoping there'll be more foreign Brood War map makers whose maps are featured in ASL. Other than Freakling, I guess.
Yeah. No offense to him though. His maps are good, but yes.
Well, it'd just be cool to, I guess, revitalize the foreign Brood War map making community.
Yeah, I've enjoyed seeing some of the cool strategies that have come out with, some of the new maps. Trying to improvise, trying to break some of the, the norms to see what, we had that sparkle map a few years ago. It's a little bizarre, but it was definitely cool to watch. However, I don't know if any of those should ever become ladder maps.
Right.
Okay, so a solid rush here for Goon. So Terran must build a third supply, build a vulture, and build a bunker ASAP to hold the Goon that will be coming out soon. So this will be like pretty easy hold for him.
Didn't even lose one Marine, man.
Oh, no.
One goon. Oh. Wait, how did the goon miss that attack?
It's the Dragoon.
Yeah,
they are overpowered.
Oh, they can afford to miss.
So 2 Marines are killed, so it was a pretty okay attack. And now he will make lots of damage to this bunker. This vulture is pretty much damaged to go out in the map. So Dewalt will keep on pushing and making some harass.
His Dragoon range is almost done. Like, I mean, his control's really good. He can...
Well, this Marine will die. And this vulture, I believe, he will die as well. A second goon is coming. So, yep, this vulture will die. Perfect micro execution. So, a tank is
Oh, the
out.
tank coming out. What's going on here?
Yeah.
The father figure.
So, really good harass from Dewalt.
Oh, the third goon coming down. I don't know. His other tank will be out soon, so I think he's fine.
Any idea why he went for a tank first as opposed to more vultures?
Because if you didn't have made a tank, he will be dead. I think it's
The vultures are too weak against the Dragoons.
vultures cannot handle dragoons, and when the when range is finished, there's no way that he will stop an attack of 4 or 5 dragoons, and he will stop like harassing this bunker, and he will have nothing to defend it.
Still no siege tech on the way, so
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean,
that's pretty
It's getting mines.
surprising.
Yeah, because I feel like if he just keeps, if once he has like, I don't know, 5 or 6 Dragoons, he could literally just dive the tanks.
Well, Kare is doing like a 2 base push in the 6:30-minute mark, where he goes out with 3 tanks, 5 marines, and vultures with mines and speed. So this is pretty easy to stop if he would have built like some, I don't know, some 3-gate full dragoon. But we see that Dewalt is doing like DT drop. So if he makes enough time for the Terran to waste his scans,
Oh my god.
I think he will be okay.
Oh my god.
So he focused the tank and he kills one. Now well, he has to kite here and kill as much Marines at the SCVs, because if he kills the SCVs and the Marines, he can easily take all this down with the DTs. You know. So one scan.
Oh no.
That was really sloppy from Dewalt, to be honest.
He was going forward instead of backwards.
Yeah, so one DT is going to Kare's base. There's one turret. The DT is dealing some damage, but he stays in vision of the scan.
Oh, look at those
And
monkeys.
oh my god, the wall, are you going to lose this game too?
Man.
Well, that DT.
No, that DT
Doing
will. No, they won't do
I give him
anything.
a chance.
You have to make him waste scans with the shuttle. You know, he throws a scan, you pick up the the DTs and you're okay. But
Surprised he didn't leave at least one vulture back to deal with the DT, but I guess it's a shuttle, so.
The Academy was the real winner here.
Yeah.
oh, you always have to be. Oh my god.
Wow.
Dewalt.
This is going to game 5.
Dewalt. Dewalt. What are you doing, Dewalt?
So what do you think he should have done differently there?
He
Besides just walking
he
the.
can play standard. He could win with that Belorder if he micro DDTs with the army and just pick it up when they throw
Yeah,
the.
both of them. He had a shuttle. He can pick them up,
Yeah,
drop them.
he
The
let
Marines were the only
he let
anti-area.
one of the DTs die for free, and the other one he left it in his opponent base, like
I
doing.
think he was confident. Maybe that's why he just used one.
Yeah, but confidence isn't a good quality.
Underestimated two comsats.
So now as Zerg, this is a common cannon rush map. Is this a something we might see against Terran here?
I wish. I'm in favor of cannon rushes.
They always make things exciting. I'll say that.
Protoss just has so many tricks up its sleeve. There's so
Yeah.
many different things they can do. It had so many units. It's a very fun race to
I
play.
feel as a Zerg player, I feel the pain every day when I can't get my natural down because the probe's dancing around.
I mean, first coming to the race, I don't know. A lot of players who are just playing the game first time, I don't think they really know which one's easier or better. They just gravitate towards one, right? And I always thought Protoss, has cool units, cool structures, sounds.
OP.
Yeah, I think
think a
they
lot
have
of people do that,
the
though.
coolest race. I don't know. Even when I was a kid, just playing casually, like campaign and whatnot, I think I kind of figure I like Zerg the most. The way they just like they have Niduses and they can.
I noticed the people who pick Zerg played the orcs in
Yes.
like Warcraft. There's this like appeal to the other like different weird looking race. Protoss is kind of like that, right? More robotic.
They're like the people that like to play the sit back. Well, Terran's the people that like to sit back in the fortress and shoot the zombies.
Well, the Warcraft 3 players play Protoss in StarCraft 2.
Uh, what's he play in Warcraft 3?
Orc.
Orc.
Yeah, he's the king of orcs. So I think the undead players play third. They're more like, but the stalker is also very similar to the StarCraft 2 Stalker, the creep friend from Warcraft 3. I don't know if you have played.
Just a little bit, yeah.
There's a unit, an undead unit that's called like Fiend or something like that. It looks like a spider. That is very similar to the StarCraft 2 Protoss Stalker.
Yeah, I think it became the in Dota 2 it became the Weaver.
Oh yeah.
I think I know it. I think that's the unit you're thinking of, yeah.
Okay, so this is a pretty. He did like a first solid build order that I think it works versus bad Terrans or Terrans who doesn't know how to defend. But when you're dealing with an S rank player, they always like seem city pretty good and know how to handle a Zealot. So
Not like how he hit a Zealot and it went around his natural mineral line.
Perfect timing.
well, the good thing that he did is to hide this Zealot, so Kare here didn't make a third marine or a third supply depot. So this Zealot will make some damage because it will only face like 2 marines. He made a machine shop. So this will come as a surprise for Kare. See? So
Fast reaction.
yes. He built the
Doesn't cancel the machine shop.
I used the
no.
trick. Nice.
Now it's
Not worth doing that.
it's too late. He has to be a third supply depot.
That sounds more sensible.
Oh,
Yes.
Dragon, yeah. I feel like, shouldn't he have had a bunker out down for this, or do you think SCVs are enough?
No, he has to micro it because if he builds a marine in his base, he will never be able to come out. He cannot spend this money now. He has to micro it out. So now, if he had built, he would have built his command center in the natural. He had to build a bunker right away. But since he built it in the top in his main, he can hold in the ramp until he has siege mode, and he will be fine.
I'm almost surprised he didn't just push out as soon as the tank came.
No, there's no way because he will have like 2 or 3 dragoons. He will like focus the tank, and it will be a disaster for him. He has to wait until he has siege mode, siege in the ramp, and then move out and put a bunker.
Okay.
Those 3 dragoons will kill that tank, like snipe it with two or 3 volleys. So he needs to siege up and then siege in the lower ground with another tank and put like 1 bunker.
Was Terran hiding an SCV on the left side of the map early on to scout with? Later?
Yeah, you always have to hide an SCB.
Oh,
Because you
big
need to know. Well, yeah, but the only important thing that you must see is if the proto throw a nexus between the 4 and the 4:30-minute mark. If he didn't, you know that he is going to all in you, even either DT or river drop of 1 base. The other thing is to scout if he throws a second nexus before the 6:30 mark. If he throws a nexus before the 6:30 map, or he's on 3 nexus, he will be very likely to die to 2 base pushing, like 3 tanks, 5 marines, and vultures.
And so Dewalt is expanding again.
So the Dewalt is going to die, sadly, for him.
Kare doesn't know about it yet, though, right?
What?
He doesn't know about the second expansion yet?
No, because this push is pretty standard for Terran. It's a popular option. even though if Dewalt opted to play standard, for example, Pylon, Gate, Nexus, Robotics, 2 gates, and then a Nexus, and then a third Nexus, I believe, this push, he will stop it with one hand. Because he will have like at least 7 goons in the 6:30-minute mark. So he could stop like any push fairly easily. If he makes like one gate and a robo and 2 nexus, he will be so weak against timing pushes like this, you know, because he won't have enough units. So if Terran decides to push in like really early, the world won't have tech or the amount of gateways, the enough amount of gateways to deal with it. So he has to make a shuttle like ASAP because the zealot speed won't be in time. So Terran can cut workers, 12 SCVs in the natural and go for a 5 factory push. This is an all-in. So the wall can stop it, but he needs a shuttle and he needs to control really good. It will be very easy for Kare to um, to beat him.
Yeah, I see he hasn't even gotten the robotics bay yet. He's just gotten the Citadel. So is he just wanting to go for what do you call that, gateway into Arbiter?
Yeah. So no, he's like massing units right now. He knows that Kare is going to do a 2 base push. So here's the thing: is Kare will have pushed in the 6:30-minute mark, like last game, for example, he will have won with one hand. But since he delayed himself a lot more, I think the world is going to stop him because he gave him enough time to macro. Because now he has to go up the ramp and he has to push like very slowly. And now the wall has a shuttle, and now he will do like full salad from all his gateways. Yeah, this will be a victory for the Dewalt.
This, boys, is why you scout.
This is why you have you have to make it like one gate nexus and then a robo, because you will have a observer and you will see if the Terran is going like an all-in from 2 bases or if he's doing like a macro game. If he's doing an all-in from 2 bases, you just have to cut probes and build gateways, and you will kill the push. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What? You're really bad.
Yeah, that was anticlimactic end there.
Yeah.
Was it though?